So now let's discuss Lightning Web Component Library. So in this chapter, we will be understanding the component reference, developer guide, playground, and sample gallery. So let's see. So I will Google Lightning Web Component Library. So this is the developer guide. So this developer guide, you can go ahead and see all the in-depth concepts of Lightning Web Component. So all those topics you will be able to see, from introduction to debugging to Aura coexistence. These are the topics we can see in the developer guide. Then component reference is like all the base components which we are wanting to use are available here. So for instance, you want to check that input button. So simply you put input and you will be able to see input. So now you can see, okay, I want what kind of input you want. So you can choose accordingly, and then you will be able to see the preview, and then you will be able to see the code for it. So JavaScript, CSS, HTML, like we saw that we just need 3 of them. So we are able to see all the code snippet for it. And here you can see you can switch between Aura component and Lightning Web Component. So if you just click on view as Aura component, then the whole code you will be seeing in Aura. And if you go back and click on view as Lightning Web Component, so then you will be seeing as Lightning Web Component. So these are the base which have been created for us, base components. So we can go ahead and try different ones. You can see whole all the components are available. So you can just go ahead and try different. Then comes the playground. This is very interesting. Here in the playground, you can try your own code here and see how it comes. So if you see, there are 3 sections to it. This first section, here there is something called live compilation, as in as you change you will be seeing here. So if for example here it is write JavaScript, if I just remove the line, immediately you don't see it. So this is live compilation. You can select it or unselect it. Basically if you want to see the change immediately, live compilation will help to do that. Then there is a folder app having 3 files: app.html, app.js, app.css. So like we discussed, there are 3 files. If you want to create your own, then you can create a directory, and then you can create your own folder if you want to. And then inside that, you can have your own structure, JS files, CSS, and HTML, like we saw. And here you can write your own code. So this is how your structure works. Then coming back to the preview, so like once you make the changes, then automatically you will be able to see here. Then you can do the run is needed, like if we are not doing the live compilation and then we are making the change and then we want to run it, so we can simply click on run and it will be running for you. So now you see here the URL, and it is coming as library tools playground. Now what will I do is I will simply click on run. I will simply click on save and see the URL. It has given us a URL with an ID. So you need to simply save it. The reason being, it is being saved in the playground, but this ID you will not be able to find. So just save it with you so that whenever you put this link again, then you will be having, for example, here you made the change and created html.helloworld.html. So now if you want the same code there, so you will just put that URL and then you will be able to do it. But in the best practice, you should be able to download it, and once you download, you can see the whole code with you, keep it safe with you, and then you can make the changes. So that's how the playground works. Now let's see, if I go to the component reference, and like we were discussing about the button, let's go there to the button, and this is aura for us, right? So instead of aura, we want to do as lightning web component. So we'll just simply go there. Right now we don't need to understand the code, but we need to understand that how easy they have made for us to make the change and see how it works. So we will simply click on open. So earlier what was happening, we couldn't make the changes here, we could just see it, but we could not see how it actually works. But now we can simply go to open in playground. So the whole code will be here with us, and then we can make changes and save as it happens, and this will help us. So for example, with the brand, we want to change the label, and let's change another one. So like that, you are able to make the changes and see automatically. So whatever base component you want to use, you can simply just play around with it in the playground and see how it works. And then this is not connected to the org, so you can just make changes and save it. But this is how you will be able to play, do the changes and learn the Lightning Web component. So they have made pretty easy for us. Then something is there, sample gallery, which I wanted to share with you. So this is Lightning Web Component sample gallery. So the sample apps are there, which we can install, which we can clone from the GitHub and see how they are working, understand the code structure, and then we can try implementing our own code. So they have created many of them, e-bikes. You will be seeing some trailheads regarding it. LWC recipe, Dream House, this is very popular. LWC recipe open source, Easy Space, Visual Force for LWC. So all of them are here, and you can see all of them and try your code, try testing. So we will be trying LWC recipe in our code today, that we will be cloning it and seeing how it works. So we can see the simple code snippets and check how it works. But you can go ahead and clone any one of them you want and run your code and see the changes.